Josh at the Acoustic Centre. Joshy, an interesting one today as we dig into the smell of rich mahogany.
The smell of rich mahogany.
I have three guitars for you that on paper appear very similar.
And in appearance, appear very similar.
Actually, on paper, they're not all that similar, but in just on appearances, they look really similar.
They do.
And this helps. This is going to allow us to delve into a couple of different things. I mean, including a whole new model from Martin, really. But what we're looking at is the All-Mahogany Dreadnought from Martin, a huge favourite of mine, an All-Mahogany Dread, as you well know.
And a very popular guitar in the shop.
Yeah.
The world over.
Exactly.
Let's just put it that way.
There are now three forms of All-Mahogany Dreadnought from Martin. And we're going to go from most affordable to the higher model, the more expensive one, kicking off with the D-15E. This model is made in Mexico, Joshy. It sounds good, doesn't it?
It does sound good.
Give us
Sounds very
another
good.
taste.
And what's wrong with that?
It's beautiful.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. So this is the most affordable of the lot, and you think people might think, why make a similar guitar in different price points? Well, it's simply to make that Martin sound more affordable than other models, because you still get that great Martin sound, but in a more affordable package. Specs on this guitar: the back and sides are sapelli, aka African mahogany. It's a great sounding tone wood that you see a lot because it sounds fantastic. You can normally pick it by the subtle stripe it has through it there. A mortise and tenon neck joint on this one, less work to put together.
Yes, correct.
Other appointments, things like this is catalogs, is that the word? Have I got that word right?
I think you've got it right, yes.
Also known as Mexican ebony.
Right.
That's the fretboard and the bridge.
I see.
And the head plate.
So it's still an ebony.
Well, yeah, I mean, they call it Mexican ebony. It's a dark hardwood, put
Right.
it that way, whether it's part of
so it's a natural piece of timber that's on there. Yeah.
Exactly. Still all solid tone woods. The top is what they call Indian plantation mahogany.
Right.
They list the others as straight mahogany. There's obviously some subtle difference in species there. I'm not sure what's going on. This model also comes with a pickup. If you'll have a look in there, you'll see a built-in tuner.
I don't know if you can see this.
Yeah, tuner button's back up, right up back in there, in the back. You'll see there's a little button at the back there.
Yes. So there's a tuner down here, down the bottom there.
Yeah. It's
And
the
volume and tone up the top.
It's the Martin E1 pickup.
Oh, yeah, I see.
Yeah, just a nice, simple undersaddle piezo style pickup. Works great.
Battery in the back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, actually mounted in the bottom of the guitar, like probably there for easy battery access.
That's easy. Let's just pull it out. There you go. 9 volts. There you go.
Beautifully done. That's the D-15E. Has a 1 3/4 nut width.
Yes.
They all have the same 25.4 scale length.
And this neck is just a standard, the taper on this neck.
Yeah, I looked at so many specs today, Joshy.
That to me looks like, it doesn't flare out anyway. So straight all the way from the bottom to the top.
High performance taper, I think you'll find.
Vintage looking machine heads there, open geared.
With the black button.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, non-scallop bracing, standard X brace. Gives you the sound we know and love.
Nothing wrong with the sound.
Yeah.
A gig ready machine.
Yeah, gig ready machine. A few other things that keep the price point down. This is not a bone nut and saddle. Little things like that make this a more affordable package. Comes in a padded bag, not a hard case. It's about $2,000, I think, this guitar.
Yeah, great sounding guitar.
Yeah.
You can't be unhappy with that.
There you have it.
I'm wanting for nothing.
Okay, well, let's keep moving. That's the D-15E, brilliant guitar. Comes with the strap pin, fully loaded, Joshy. Everything you need to get yourself out on the road. Okay.
You can put a strap onto that guitar and mount it, ready to do the rock and roll. Make some shapes.
Here we go. One of my all-time favourite guitars. I could so easily grow old with one of these.
Yeah, the world over.
It's
Everyone
the Martin D-15M, made in the USA at their Nazareth factory. Give us a taste.
Okay. Immediately a bit rounder and fuller and brighter and louder.
It's still It's still a standard X-brace non-scallop guitar. There's nothing too different going on under the hood there. This one is listed as mahogany, solid mahogany, top, back and sides. So it's not sapelli back and sides.
Yeah.
Feeling anything different about the neck on that one?
Well, the neck feels very, very similar.
Yeah,
go on.
Narrow and nut, 1/11/16.
Right, yes. It does. Very easy guitar to get around, that's for sure.
I think that's my favourite neck that Martin do on that guitar right there.
Much lighter guitar.
Right.
I don't think that's just because of the pickup.
Yeah.
This guitar actually feels...
It does feel lighter.
A lot lighter.
You're right.
Clear. It's clearer and it's definitely louder than
Yeah.
the last guitar.
Yeah.
But it's not gig ready, but you can certainly put a pickup in it very easily.
Yeah.
And you can put any pickup in it really because you got the drop-in saddle. So most piezo style pickups, I can't even speak today, will fit in this guitar.
Yeah. This is upgraded with genuine bone, nut and saddle. Fretboard is East Indian rosewood on this, as is the bridge.
Yep.
Pretty sure the other one, if it had abalone inlays, they are a faux abalone. This is the real deal abalone. Just a beautiful guitar. It's been around for a long time in different shapes, of course. Double O, triple O, triple O slotted, 15 SM.
Yeah, could be one of the most popular guitars we've ever had in the shop.
Yeah,
the 15 series, whether it's triple O or a D.
Yeah.
So,
that's just been such a favourite of mine for so long. Take us out with another strum of that one, Joshy. I've got another one for you.
We'll reach for that.
I present another All-Mahogany Dreadnought.
Yes.
We're jumping up to actually a different model name. This is a D-17. It's a new model from Maton. It's part of their standard series. Now, standard series means it has a genuine dovetail neck joint, Joshy. Same as a D-18, same as a D-28.
Which also means that this is the only neck that can go with this guitar.
Okay.
Whereas the previous guitar, you can use any neck within that series onto that guitar. But when you get to standard series, this guitar is made as a whole thing.
Gotcha.
So you can't have this part of the guitar without this part of the guitar.
Gotcha.
So they're made for each other, which is just a little fascinating
fact. Let's have a listen. Bit going on with this one.
Okay. Now, I haven't started hitting the guitar harder with my pick. I'm using the same pick. Much louder guitar. Much more headroom. And what I mean by headroom, I mean how loud it can go before feeling like it's like, I can't go any louder than that.
It feels more like a spruce top to play than the others.
So it's immediately more full, rich, loud. Much louder, actually. That this guitar, on paper, is the highest spec guitar. It's also the more expensive guitar. So you would expect it to sound better. Now, when you're playing any of those guitars in isolation, they're amazing guitars.
Exactly.
But this is definitely...
It's the next level, isn't it?
It's another level of guitar. It's richer, it's fuller. It's everything that you would, want to categorize a guitar as it should be, an acoustic guitar. This guitar does it. But it doesn't make those guitars any less desirable, I don't think.
Well, there's no Martin that doesn't sound fantastic, like just on its own.
You're paying more for something like this, so it should give you more, and it really does. It's amazing.
So Martin recently revamped their entire standard series, and they're starting to trickle into the store. We've seen some OMs, some triple O's. We've seen an HD28. This D-17 has the new revamp package. So as part of the standard series, it has golden era, forward shifted, scalloped spruce bracing. So this one is braced different to the others.
Wow.
Yeah.
You can really hear it.
Yeah, yeah.
And just when you play lightly and softly, it's still nice and clear.
Yeah.
You don't have to whack it really hard. There's
Yeah.
nothing kind of boggy or muffled in the tone either. Wow.
Yeah, beautiful. In line with the rest of the standard series specs, Joshy, you have an ebony fretboard and bridge, same as a D-28. Golden era new shaped bridge, which is the rounded corners. The fretboard is now thinner on all the standard series.
Oh, I can see that too.
I looked at them next to each other. Less fretboard there. What else? Back to 1 3/4 here.
Yeah, you can feel it's a bigger neck.
Genuine bone nut and saddle, genuine nickel open gear tuners, Indian rosewood headplate. But yeah, this one fits right alongside a D18 and a D28 in terms of what's under the hood and all the other specs.
Well, it's amazing, isn't it, that D18 is, I think it's one of our favourite guitars. We always go on about D18, but this is another offering in that kind of realm of things, something that's not over the top with the bling. There's actually no binding on this guitar either.
Yeah.
It's just such a simple guitar.
Yeah.
But it's any day, like any day of the week, a great and classic standard series guitar. I mean, couldn't want for anything else in that.
Unbelievable guitar.
Yeah, amazing.
Comes with a genuine hard case.
Yep.
We're in at around 3.5, I think, on this one. The D-15M was around 2.5. I should have triple checked these, but that's in the ballpark. Bone bridge pins on this one. It's your real deal American-made Martin with all the same appointments as a lot of their higher models. That's the new D-17.
And the golden era bracing. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that know what I'm talking about when I say golden era. There's a golden era of Martin builds in the 30s, the late 30s, mid to late 30s. But also the golden era model that they've made for years and years. We've been huge fans of the golden era. It's always an amazing sounding guitar. So it's nice that they can get the DNA of that guitar into this guitar. And it certainly sounds amazing. We always say it on this show, we just want to take all these guitars home and own all of them. But this really is a great sounding guitar.
Beautifully done. I think that's it, mate. Just nice to talk about all three mahogany dreads because we have them all in stock at the same time. D-15E, the D-15M, and the new D-17. Beautiful work, Joshy. Take us out with a few chords.
Look the same, don't really sound the same.